Hey, what's up everybody? Rick Poulin here. Hope you enjoy this little motorcycle adventure ride to Rockland, Maine area. I do make a stop at Glen Cove Park, which is very close to Rockland Harbor. And I brought the drone with me. I did a little flyover of the cove at the park and also headed out to the Samoset Resort. I've been to the Samoset Resort before. A few years back with a band, I played at the Samoset Resort at the outside facility right by the pool. Had a great time. The folks at Samoset Resort treated us fairly well with food and drinks, and we enjoyed ourselves very much. But I did stay at the Samoset Resort a few years back, not when the band was playing, but it was in the middle of the winter, so there was a lot of snow. But there's a lot of things to do there. So sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy this video. Here I'm pulling out on the trip and kind of laughing at myself a little bit because I do go through a mental head check with safety checklist, and the chin strap was not fastened around my chin. So that meant that in the event of an accident or a spillover or whatever, there's a chance for that helmet to come off and would leave no head protection. So anyway, I just had to pull over and tighten up that chin strap and go from there. So here I am, just going down the road, heading to Rockland. So sit back, relax, and hope you enjoy this short video. Here I'm pulling into Glen Cove Park. It is right next to Rockland, Maine, which was my destination. It's just a couple of miles away. So I saw this little park driving by, and I thought, well, what a nice little place to pull over. And since I'd been riding for a couple of hours, I decided that I'd just take a little break, stretch my legs, and set up the drone and do a little flyover. Glen Cove Park, Maine. One thing I like to do with the drone is I like to fly over the water. It can get kind of hairy, especially if there's an instance with the drone, or the drone stalls mid-flight because of the satellite interruption or whatever, but that doesn't happen too often. It doesn't happen too often at all. So you do take a chance when you fly over a body of water, because plenty of YouTube videos where the drone is dropped right out of the sky into a water area, a cove or lake or a river. And sometimes that does happen, not too often. It's never happened to me, but I get a little leery, but I just love flying over land and water and checking out. Here, it's low tide, as you can see. Well, you'll get a better view of the low tide time. But it doesn't matter. It's still great to get the drone out and up in the air and see the world from above. This is a very beautiful area in Rockland, Maine area. Glen Cove Park is where I'm at, and I just like putting the drone up and having a little bit of fun and having a break as well. Stretch the legs out. And here's a little bit better view of low tide area. I think there was a couple of people walking out on the sand here, just trying to find some shells or something. But anyway, it's a very nice area. Enjoyed this flyover. Glen Cove Park. As I was getting ready to leave the park here, I noticed there was a roadside view here of next to the water, so I decided to check it out. And it's a nice little area here. A couple of people having a lunch break. There's covered areas with picnic tables and things like that. It's a nice little park here in Glen Cove. So I'm getting down to the side of the road and I'm looking at the water's edge. It's very pretty. And I happened to realize that there's no exit here. I couldn't recall from the highway or the main road whether there was an exit part. So I'm following this road here, and come to find out it just loops back to the original exit. So anyway, it was a nice little park area, and it was fun being there and taking a little break. Well, after leaving Glen Cove Park, I decided I did want to check out Samoset Resort. A very nice place. As I mentioned earlier, my former band played here a few years back. Had a lot of fun. It was in the middle of the summertime. We played right by the pool. And I came back again a few years later in the wintertime and stayed here. It's a very nice resort. A lot of things to do, great nightlife, had a lot of fun. And so I was up in the Rockland area. I decided I would come back and check it out. And again, put the drone up in the sky and do a little flyover of the Samoset Resort. I didn't want to draw too much attention to myself here, so what I decided to do is I headed on over to the back lot where most of the construction vehicles and the maintenance vehicles are parked. And again, you know, it is legal to fly over a resort area, but I just didn't want to draw too much attention, so I just kind of found a parking space that's a little off the beaten track. This is toward the back of the resort, and decided that I would just launch the drone from this point, and I did not have any issues or anything like that. It's perfectly legal to fly over a resort, but I just didn't want to confront anybody that might say, hey, what are you doing here? You know, I mean, it's not that would happen, but I'd rather just avoid the situation if possible. So here I'm just taking off and flying over, taking a look at the breakwater, the Rockland Harbor breakwater here, and the lighthouse that's out there, and just doing a quick flyover of the resort. is overlooking Rockland Harbor right there. Well, as I'm getting ready to leave the Samoset Resort, I took a ride actually over to the harbor in Rockland, downtown Rockland. And boy, you know, this area is just such a beautiful place. I really enjoy getting out in northern Maine and checking out the spots and the little hidden places. And it's always interesting to get out on the bike and just head on out and bring the drone with me. I never know where I'm going to stop sometimes, and I just find the neatest places to launch the drone and check it out and just get the aerial view. Just such a great state to live in. I really enjoy living in Maine. Well, I was going to head downtown to grab an early dinner, so I decided that I would put into a hotel area where I've stayed before. Stayed here to take the ferry over to Vinyl Haven Island a couple of times. I have a few videos previously posted. Just want to take this time to thank you for watching, and always love making these videos for you. If you think you like this content, please consider subscribing, and I thank you for watching. See you on the next one.